This week, we've had a few stories about the men and women in the U.S. looking for love online who are being tricked by young men trained to scam them. CBS News foreign correspondent Debora Patta followed the money all the way to Ghana. Here's the final part of her reporting.
Down a dusty alley in Accra, young men cast off their true identities as they enter this apartment. They call it their hustle kingdom. Meet Ghana's Yahoo boys, online criminal syndicates who prey on elderly Americans by tricking them into falling in love, then stealing their life savings. Operating out of underground boiler rooms like this one, we filmed undercover. They run sophisticated scams that break hearts and empty bank accounts.
I'm the mastermind behind the whole thing.
That's syndicate boss Voodoo, who spoke to us on condition we hide his identity, and his most senior operator, Kola.
I feel disappointed, like I didn't go to school to do this. Sometimes we take money from people, imagine that it's my dad.
Voodoo and Kola are the closers, stepping in once their underlings have hooked new victims from online dating sites.
I fish everywhere in the world. Easy to catch is Americans.
Here, he's chatting with a 60-year-old man, posing as Sandra, living in New York. When victims want video calls, he hires online porn stars.
They think they're talking to this beautiful blonde woman, yeah. I've paid to just have her on a video call.
If the victim demands an in-person visit, they use women who get a cut of the profits. Building trust can take months.
He do all that to get his attention and the trust. Boom, then we chip in business.
We found one such victim. 75-year-old American radiologists were calling John, not his real name, who declined an interview. John believed he was in love with a woman called Grace Erskine, an Australian living in the US. In fact, the whole time he was talking to this man, 34-year-old syndicate boss Alfred Kwame Aivo, posing as Grace. Aivo controlled the entire scam, which included hiring a woman to play the part of Grace for any in-person meetings John insisted on, as these text messages we obtained reveal. Aivo offers to pay her $100,000, but she wants more than double that, threatening, "Without me, everyone gets nothing. I could always call and say it was a scam." But she doesn't, and pretending to be Grace, visited John in the US and met him in Ghana, where syndicate boss Aivo posed as their driver. Grace claimed she'd inherited a Ghanaian gold mine and offered John a chance to invest in it. He was so enamored with her, he unwittingly paid over $700,000 for a stake in the non-existent mine. The money was a red flag for Ghanaian detective Gerald Pangpari, as Aivo was unemployed.
We realized that the person did not have any form of work that is commensurate with the amount of money that were coming into his account.
Aivo was arrested but died of an unknown illness before serving prison time. We tracked down the woman posing as Grace outside Sydney, Australia.
Are you sorry? Do you have anything to say to his family?
Her real name is Rebecca Jade Silk. When confronted, she did not deny or confirm the allegations, but refused to answer our questions. Silk has not been charged with any crimes. She remains a person of interest for Ghanaian police. Yahoo boys and their hustle kingdoms are glamorized in popular West African culture. We filmed this group celebrating a big payout by throwing money in the air. And there's little remorse for the devastation caused by the cruelty of their crimes.
But hey, there's no sympathy. Because once you go on the sympathetic side, you go hungry.
And Debora Patta joins us now. Wow,
I
Debora.
know. Our jaws dropped too.
Why would he want to talk to you? The last fellow who said once you have sympathy, you go hungry.
I'd like to say it's because we're good journalists, but it took a lot of convincing. I think in the end, we appealed to their vanity. They wanted to show off. They were they're clearly smart, educated people whose brains should be used for something else.
Right.
And they are running sophisticated, elaborate scams. This man was a teacher. He qualified as a teacher, couldn't find a job. They also feel their motives are misunderstood. They're poor, they say, they have to do this, but they're obviously living very, very large. And the problem is, John, these scams are going to get more sophisticated with AI. So if you have an elderly loved one who is lonely, desperate for connection, they could be targeted. And I think the bottom line here is, how do we help people avoid this? Because it's very hard when they go into these lanes. Yeah. It's not that people are stupid. If it's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. And the minute somebody you've met online, even if it's over a 6-month period, starts talking about money, think twice.
Wow, Debora, fantastic stuff. Thank you so much.